Do you remember the first time you heard about Bitcoin? Maybe it was a faint buzz about a new technology that would change everything. Perhaps you felt a tingle of FOMO as the folks who got in early suddenly amassed a small fortune, even if it wasn't clear what the money could legitimately be spent on, really expensive pizza. Maybe you just wondered whether your company should be working on a crypto strategy in case it did take off in your industry, even if you didn't really care one way about it or the other. Most likely, soon after Bitcoin came to your attention, whenever that may have been, there was a crash. Every year or two, Bitcoin's value has tanked. Each time it does, skeptics rush to dismiss it as dead, railing that it was always a scam for nerds and crooks and was nothing more than a fringe curiosity pushed by techno-libertarians and people who hate banks. Bitcoin never had a future alongside real tech companies, they'd contend, and then they'd forget about it and move on with their lives. And, of course, it would come back. Bitcoin now seems to be everywhere. Amidst all the demands on our attention, many of us didn't notice cryptocurrencies slowly seeping into the mainstream. Until suddenly Larry David was pitching them during the Super Bowl. Stars like Paris Hilton, Tom Brady, and Jamie Foxx were hawking them in ads, and a frankly terrifying Wall Street-inspired robot bull celebrating cryptocurrency was unveiled in Miami. What was first a curiosity and then a speculative niche has become big business. Crypto, however, is just the tip of the spear. The underlying technology, blockchain, is what's called a distributed ledger, a database hosted by a network of computers instead of a single server that offers users an immutable and transparent way to store information. Blockchain is now being deployed to new ends, for instance, to create digital deed ownership records of unique digital objects or non-fungible tokens. NFTs have exploded in 2022, conjuring a $41 billion market seemingly out of thin air. Beeple, for example, caused a sensation last year when an NFT of his artwork sold for $69 million at Christie's. Even more esoteric cousins, such as DAOs or decentralized autonomous organizations, operate like headless corporations. They raise and spend money, but all decisions are voted on by members and executed by encoded rules. One DAO recently raised $47 million in an attempt to buy a rare copy of the U.S. Constitution. Advocates of DeFi, or decentralized finance, which aims to remake the global financial system, are lobbying Congress and pitching a future without banks. The totality of these efforts is called Web3. The moniker is a convenient shorthand for the project of rewiring how the web works, using blockchain to change how information is stored, shared, and owned. In theory, a blockchain-based web could shatter the monopolies on who controls information, who makes money, and even how networks and corporations work. Advocates argue that Web3 will create new economies, new classes of products, and new services online, that it will return democracy to the web, and that is going to define the next era of the internet. Like the Marvel villain Thanos, Web3 is inevitable.